Hello, Anna, and hi to anyone who is watching this video. I really, really appreciate your time and Anna's. And we've come together today to record this video for you to have a little look, a little insight into my new obsession. And I know Anna has had this obsession for some time. We both align so much in the space of energy frequencies, health, balancing our bodies back to calibration. So, how the body is designed to operate. We're both not fans of forcing the body to do something it's not designed to do. So, we have a view about the medical profession and who we rely on, where we get our information from, what we trust, and bringing ourselves back to us, ourself, and through and back to our frequency, the frequency that of the earth and the frequency of how we operate best. So before I introduce her, you no doubt if you've been following me for a little while or you've been following somebody that sent you this video, we've been talking about for some time the vagus central nervous system, the cells, the detoxing of the yucky stuff out of the cells, the intake of the good stuff into the cells. And this, my friends, is I've got goosebumps, Anna. I was just about to say this is the king. This is the rocket ship. This is the piece of the puzzle that I've been searching for you guys. And
True.
I'm going to hand it over to Anna so she can break down exactly why I am busting out of my goosebumps right now.
You're busting out of your goosebumps at the speed of frequency. That's
Exactly.
that's why we're so excited. Oh, that's so beautiful. I believe in so much of what you've just shared there. We have such a similar view of what it is to get back to nature, to really remember who we are. One of the things we were sharing before we jumped on is that we are electrical frequency beings, and yet we've been looking at things with, chemistry and pharmaceuticals and supplements and everything that is kind of invasive and coming at us, and not thinking so much about the frequency itself, even though we're such energetic frequency beings. So, what we have discovered is making us so excited because it's accessible. Finally, it's actually accessible to people. Healing frequencies that take us out of fight and flight and bring us into that beautiful state of rest and digest, where all of the healing takes place. You were mentioning the vagus nerve and all of what we're learning, how important it is for us to ground ourselves, because healing can't really happen in a system that is in overwhelm, override, inflammation. We can't actually get the absorption of oxygen and nutrition and the extraction, the detoxification, unless we actually bring the body into a state of rest and digest. So that's the optimized state. And the frequency healing that we're able to now bring into the home is technology that is accessible to everybody, knowing that whoever puts their feet on this device is able to get finally both the two most highly researched frequencies. One is pulse electromagnetic field, which we'll call PEMF therapy or PEMF frequencies, and terahertz, which many people have heard of, but they haven't been combined in the way that they are now. And both have incredible benefits, both in healing, regeneration, rejuvenation, anti-inflammation, all of the things that we kind of seek in supplements, maybe, and support out there. We're actually receiving at a cellular level now through proper cellular recharge, which is really exciting. Was that too much?
No, that's not too much. You're not just clever, but you're just so in tune with the product and you what your main goal is in life. You get up in the morning and want to help people with their health, and I bloody love it. I love it. So, can we go back to what it is? The
Yeah.
other day I was with you and I put my feet on a machine. So let's tell them what it actually is. They'll probably see a photo of it, in our content, or whoever sent you this video may have a picture, but just give us the breakdown on the actual thing that we get to take home with us, Anna.
Great. So we know that there are lots of different products that we currently have that infuse both PEMF and terahertz into it. But the one that you tried the other day, and that's the one that we're going to speak about, is called a P90 Plus, and it's a device. It's a piece of equipment, so it is technology, and essentially, where if you think about a pair of scales and what scales look like, well, it's kind of like that, isn't it, Tracy? It's just got a lot more dimension to it, right? It's almost like a small box that looks like a scale, if you can imagine that. And you put your feet, so you're sitting down and you just lay your feet onto this device. There are geomagnetic plates that you make sure that your foot actually fits onto that and not onto the plastic. So your feet are there. And as soon as we put it on, we have a choice of what level we want the charge to start moving up through our body. So we want to start quite low, the ones to maybe four, right? And we start low and we allow those electromagnetic fields to move up through our body. So PEMF and terahertz. It's as simple as that. We spend 20 minutes relaxing and allowing those frequencies to move not only into every cell of our being, but influence all of the chemical processes that our body is doing every second. There are 400 billion plus chemical processes that are being powered by frequency. So if you can imagine without it, our batteries, we can actually feel them. It almost feels like we're flat or we need a recharge and we don't quite know where to go for that energy lift, for that feeling like we're at our optimal. So what this does is it actually just gently brings those frequencies up through the body. It charges the cells. And what we saw, Tracy, maybe you saw it on a recent webinar, you
Mhm.
felt what you felt. But if we had done a blood analysis on your blood before, and then you had that session, which you'll share about now, what your experience was, and then after, the blood analysis afterwards is quite remarkably different to before. And so we've got one of our girls that had one of these done. The bloods before, our bloods get quite heavy and sticky and viscous. They stick together, these red blood cells. After a session, because we're infusing all of that impulse, that frequency through the body, it moves our blood, our circulation. It becomes very vibrant, and our red blood cells are on the loose, having a great time. And finally, all their surface area is like available to oxygenation, nutrition, detoxification, breathing. And when we have those pathways that are open, those microtubules, those meridian lines, those pranic lines, whatever your tradition is that you understand is your energy body, right? Your subtle energy body, when that starts moving, things that were previously blocked and stagnant start moving again. And so we're experiencing, and many people are coming to us stories every day. You're asking what lights me up. I wake up in the morning, everyone reminds me about the purpose because I get stories every day of pain being shifted. 40 years of pain for some people sitting in their lower back or in their knee or in their hip, starting to move and open up. And I've noticed it in my own body now that I'm in my fifth week of using the device. I mean, you'd think I've been doing this for 5 years, but it's only my fifth week of using, and I'm noticing just so much more movement, the synovial fluid in the joints, the ability to just that flex and flow is coming back to my body. I just turned 50 and it feels so good to just feel like I've reclaimed my body again at a cellular level. Yeah, it is the missing element of health, Trace. It really
Oh my
is.
gosh. It's a synergy. It is. So I put my feet on the machine and I've done all of the things. I went to Mexico to study body harmony once to become a practitioner, the rebirthing, the acupuncture, the this machine, the that machine. So I'm not new to feeling something energetically enter my body. That's not new. But when I put my feet on this, and you can see that video as well, ask the person who sent you to the video.
Oh my
I put
God.
my feet on it and it Like we had to turn it down
I
for.
may have overcharged, Tracy. I wasn't sure. I just sort of stuck it on, I think, 4 or 5.
But I'm
What
such a
did you do?
conductor of energy and so I am so open to it and ready for it. And I don't know if that was in my favor or not, but it went literally, my body was like, it was full of Mexican jumping beans. And if you ever been to Tijuana, I went to Tijuana when I was 16. I had these little Mexican jumping beans in this bowl. I'll
That
never
was
forget it.
you.
And that was all of
That
the
warmth.
cells. And then my armpits were sweating down my rib cage. And I'm not a sweater. It just started everything flowing. And then I was talking to Anna and
True.
her wonderful husband Asher. Then I did about 6 wheeze in the next hour before I had to go drive home for five
It's
hours. Drove
true.
home 5 hours, got home at midnight, got home. And I thought, oh, I'll have a snack. And I really had to tell myself, it's time for bed now because I had the energy resources at my
Wow.
fingertips if I wanted them. But then when I did go to bed, even though I didn't think I was ready, I lay down, I went to sleep. And I
Great.
stayed asleep for the whole 8 hours. I even slept in. My daughter was late for school. I was unapologetic because I was in the zone. I still don't have my machine. I've purchased the machine because I understand the technology. It's very likened to the med beds, and I know a lot of you have heard about that already. And this is the first time I've seen anything like this at a bring it home to your family price, which is why I went, I need this. My people need this. And
Yeah.
like, come on, mailman. Where's mine?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before mine came, I went to the head office in Xiamen in China. So these products, all the R&D is in Europe. So Sweden and Germany. The parts are from Japan. So rare earth metals and other microchip parts from Japan, but they're made and assembled in China. When I went to the offices and got to experience the product for the first time, like you did, I went and tried everything and was just blown away by all of the certifications around safety, around compliance, proof of concept. They've got over 167 patents, this company. So we're talking about a company that is really at the leading edge of wellness technology, but bringing frequency into the home like never before. I was completely blown away. Like these offices are multi-million dollars. They're like robotics. They come and welcome you and take you around, and you get
The
to
robot does.
the robot, the Olylfe robot, it talks to you. It's so sweet. You can hear it. It talks to you in English or Chinese or whatever chosen language. And it's beautiful. And they have offices for training purposes as well, because they want us to come and learn everything that we want to learn and can learn about bringing frequencies into the home and then take that out to the world. As we know, you can't find this in shops and stores, but through people just like us. And so they want to create spaces for leadership training. So I'm really excited to get over there with you, Tracy. And there's so much new stuff coming out. There's always going to be more reason to go over there and learn more and get more excited about what we have here because it's just the very beginning.
I love it. The Chinese know the body. That's not that will
They
never be an
do.
argument that that's not a fact. Their medicine and the way they understand, as you
It's
said, the
true.
meridians of the body, the energy, the flow, the chi. Like this was there was there's in these pads that you put your feet on. There's no heat coming out of the pad, but I instantly the heat. I said, "Oh,
Yes,
it's hot!" Like, and then I thought, "No, it's the surface of my foot's not hot." But the warmth in the body for the circulation is incredible. What
that's correct.
happens when you have those things, like Anna's explained, is better health. Better health leads to the disbursement or we get rid of inflammation, and inflammation is where disease thrives. We aren't making medical claims here in any way, shape, or form, but we do want you to understand that creating a healthy environment or putting your body in a healthier place or state will help any health condition, won't it, Anna? Like everything from itchy, scratchy to all the things, you just want to get
Yeah.
into a healthy, frequently active, energized, balanced state, and you're on your way.
I think that that's so true. And the other thing that you mentioned about the Chinese really know the human body. I once learned that cold and damp inside the body actually also causes disease and dysregulated nervous systems. Well, what this does, as you felt for yourself, as it comes up through your body, that warmth that is being created, that's an alchemy between the frequencies and your own cells, and it actually releases damp and cold from the body. And so that I believe is, and I'm not a sort of a medical, as you say, practitioners here. We're just people that are learning, but I can feel it intuitively that that's part of the reason why we're saying goodbye to pain and disease naturally is just by giving the body those frequencies that we no longer get from the earth. The way that we live, our lifestyles are so disconnected in a way from the earth, and the earth doesn't have quite the same frequency as it did thousands of years ago, even hundreds of years ago. It's changed. So, in order to get those natural frequencies that keep us alive, much in the same way as good food and clean air and beautiful hydrogenated water and all the things that we love and know are good for us, having the right frequencies moving through us is not a new thing. We've known this for millennia, but it's coming now, as you say, Tracy, into the home in a way that is affordable and accessible, but it's absolutely medically verifiable as well. As you and I know, there's over 2,000 double-blind tests that we can refer to in what PEMF and terahertz as well is beneficial for. So we're really standing on the shoulders of an absolute giant right now.
Yeah, and we have testimonials coming out our ears. So
They're
whoever sent you
full.
this video, go back and say, I need the testimonials. Give me a look at the stuff. Normal people telling their stories straight out of their heart and very just quick. The turnaround for the responses can be so quick with this machine. I know I studied Chinese medicine too when I was younger, Anna, and back in the day, before this technology was accessible to us, we had to rely on ginger. The Chinese love the ginger to turn the damp and the cold into
Yes.
the heat internally, and I'm a big fan of ginger, and this is just like set the ginger theory on fire.
Yeah, that's it. Cellular ginger. I love it. It's
Cellular
good.
frequency for the ginger lovers in the world. And I know there's a lot of people that will get this video and be like, yes, I know that too. I know what ginger does to the
So
temperature
cool.
in my digestion. And so just think of that. And
Thank you, everyone. It really is a mission that we're on, and I think that that's what really fuels us now is the frequency of that mission. And I'm so grateful to have you with us, and we're going to do great things here. So, yep, let's go.
let's go, babe.